something to soothe this pain, to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hats are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
All right, we'll make him drive if he knows where it is. Welcome back to LA Noire, everybody.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the garage makes you a car.
The thing was, he was a really nice guy.
Not anymore. There are people out there willing to identify as cars all over the place, Rusty. All right. Crime scene, current destination. Send old Rust-Oleum over into the driver's seat.
You can drive.
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
As long as you keep that bottle of rye in the glove box, right?
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain,
Alonzo
aren't there
Mendes.
similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We had the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
All right. Doesn't sound good.
Detective, I was first on scene. All these...
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
And you show me the body.
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
All right, be prepared. There's probably going to be a nude body here. I don't have the technical knowledge to blur this stuff out. I don't know how to do
Can't be
that.
much help to you, Phelps.
Thanks, Ray. So,
Here she is.
there's the dead body.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Keep in mind, remember the last case? We only found one shoe in that guy's bedroom. Just one shoe. Shoes come in pairs. And conveniently, the rest of the evidence was under an open window. So I have a lot of doubts about the guilt of that guy as the photographer walks directly through all of the footprints. Awesome. All right, here's her purse.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
Okay.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
You know, I hate to say it, folks, but see that blue marking on this money and the word certificate up on top? I think this is a silver certificate. Back in ye olden days when our currency was backed by precious metals, you could redeem this note for $5 worth of silver. That's what it says down at the bottom, redeemed to the bearer upon demand, or something to that effect. These are collector's items, so if you see that blue ink on a banknote, you want to hold on to that. All right, let's go look at the dead body. Kids, fast forward through this part. All right, she's got a strangulation mark on the neck. Blood coming out of the nose, a little bit out of the mouth, and some from the head.
Ligature mark is very...
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
So he's going to try to find ropes or chains or anything that would have made this similar kind of mark when strangling someone. We'll get to compare it to the wounds later.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
And usually someone who's doing a killing like this would want a souvenir to remind him of what he did. So maybe that's what the watch is for. Or it could be also used to salt a innocent person's bedroom or living space to make them be a suspect in this crime instead of the actual killer. That's not what I wanted to do.
What's this mark? A cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Again, same thing. So now we'll be on the lookout for a missing wedding ring. And there's a footprint. So stomped just like the last victim. I don't know why nothing is being said when I look at that. Maybe because we already found the footprints.
R&I says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Brae was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. Could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Oh, all right. Sorry, we should talk to Ray.
Similar MO.
For what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
I think Rusty has an easy explanation for a lot of this stuff that could make sense if you didn't want to do any work. But I don't think you can ignore the obvious similarities between this and Celine Henry. So I'm expecting that at some point we'll find her husband with some of the evidence items in a way that he can't easily explain.
All these cars. What's going on over there?
Jeez, Rusty, we're not going to a bar. All right, let's see where this house is at. Oh my gosh, way down there. That has to be so far away.
Go right, just now. There still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. The 211 is shots fired at 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identify.
That guy looks like a drunk driver. All right, I don't know where Rusty is going to send us, so we're going to try to go up here.
Boy, up there you go right now.
All right, good.
Sorry!
Police?
Hunter isn't the greatest driver in the world!
Police business, lady. Get out of the road.
Up ahead, you turn left. Go left, just now.
Wouldn't this be straight?
Up ahead, you make a right.
Oh my God, what are all these pedestrians doing? Buy a car with your war bonds, people. Get with the program.
Just ignore this turn. Take the next right.
Really? I thought we'd be going straight. Is that a hot dog stand?
Keep on going. Take the next left.
All right, good. Rusty's a pretty good GPS. Although I don't care for his tone of voice sometimes. Good God, what is taking so long? The pedal on the right is the accelerator. You just depress it. All right, I think it's right up here on the... Here? Which one is it? It should be this one, right? Good grief.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle?
How trusting, she didn't even ask to see their ID.
We're gonna have a look around.
All right, let's go have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Bag of groceries.
Seems irrelevant.
Some kind of note.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back. Okay?
Dirty dishes.
Don't worry about it.
Foodstuffs. Those notes on the fridge. No, nothing pinged on those. Okay, a violin. Should have been put away properly, but I don't think that's a clue.
Maybe. No.
I think that's her bedroom. All right, here's the parents' bedroom. Oh, look, some boots. And they're size 8.
Work boots. Size 8s.
Huh. Now, what percentage of the population back then had size 8 boots or shoes? Maybe the watch box?
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Don't worry, you can get a new one on eBay. And this is probably the wedding ring box.
No sign of a wedding ring.
All right. I don't really know if there's anything else in here. Some dirty clothes. Some hideous wallpaper. What? I'm just saying, folks, I'm not a decorating expert. Why would you put plates on the wall of your bedroom? Just saying.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
All right, let's ask about the last time she saw her mother.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
All right, she was looking off to the side there, and she's not totally maintaining good eye contact. But right now she is. I don't think she's lying. So we'll go with good cop.
And did he come and get you?
Of course. Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
All right, well, we got one wrong. We can ask her about the missing watch and rings.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
Ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
All right, unlike last time, she's still looking around like that. A little bit. Whatever.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
I'm wondering how she knows the story behind the mother picking out the wedding ring and engagement ring. I mean, maybe her mother told her that, but in theory, she wouldn't have been alive to know that's what happened. People usually got married first before having kids back then. All right, state of her parents' marriage.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
She squinted her eyes. She's looking around a lot. I'm going to say this is a lot more similar to the first one, and we got that one wrong. So we're going to go doubt or bad cop here.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
All right, ask him about the footprints of the crime scene. Remember, his work boots, size 8. They're in the room.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Okay, so there are two deceptive things here. He's swallowing and looking around. He's not sure what size shoes he wears. I know what size shoes I wear. But when they initially asked the question, he didn't answer the question. And he's doing that because he doesn't want to lie. So we're going to accuse here.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
Rusty checks out a lot of guys' cocks. That's why he knows that it's true. Just saying. All right, alibi for Hugo Muller.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, he looking back and looking away when he's given the answer. We know this is a lie because the daughter said no one answered the phone.
You should come clean if you're having an affair or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
No, your daughter is saying you weren't.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
Why lie about it? All right, missing persons report.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
He's doing tons of facial movements, swallowing, like he's having trouble swallowing his own excuse, sort of blinking, looking around. Even though on its face, I don't really have anything to impeach this, he is acting like someone who's not being truthful. So we're going to go with bad cop.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Oh, yeah. Back in the olden days, folks, the women did not go to work like the men did all the time. All right, movements of the victim.
Your wife went to pick up Michelle?
Yes, that's right.
Now, again, he's doing these nervous things, but he is maintaining a lot of eye contact. Good God. I think this guy just had a lot of nervous tics, maybe. We're going to go with good cop. His eye contact's pretty solid.
Where's the school?
Belmont High on West 2nd Street. There's a parking lot next door where the parents wait for the kids.
Now let's ask him about a history of violence.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Well, your daughter mentioned a butterfly brooch after you smacked your wife in the face.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Well, I know you have small feet.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Don't make me change my mind, Hugo.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
We do have a nosy neighbor that we can go talk to after the cars stop driving by.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night.
That's a fight.
I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Oh, he just ran out to the burn barrel. Sir, do you have a permit to burn things in the middle of the day?
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Yeah, you're running away from a U.S. Marine, dude. All right, he's a little faster than I thought he would be. Don't blow your horn at me.
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we could see them.
Oh, a shoe. with a blood stain on it.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
But
I can explain the blood.
hear me out for a second, folks. This is the other pair, the other half of that pair of shoes. We found the first shoe, the right shoe, in the last guy's apartment. He's burning this because he just found it somewhere and he was afraid it would make him the prime suspect, which he is already. But yeah, he panicked and didn't know what to do. So I don't buy that this is his shoe because, again, it's just one shoe. We found the other shoe in the last case.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Acresfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
You ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
You are quite right, Rust-Oleum. All right, here's a call box. Let's get on it.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? And send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting at the police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
All right, let's go back to the morgue. We'll have Rusty drive because he's a lot faster driver than I am.
Can you drive to this one? I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae. What? The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Too funny. Probably more true now than back then. Oh, you could drive the ambulance again, folks. Don't miss out on your chance. Maybe we'll leave in the ambulance.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
All right. Where is the bench? Oh, it's right here. All right. So if I had to pick, maybe, probably not though. That's a lot more, I don't know, wider, has more detail to it. Definitely not the middle one. The lower one,
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
boats.
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Well, that is our match. So we're looking for a bell rope from a church or maybe a boat line.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
All right, now I need a phone. I don't think there's one in his office here. Nope, no phone. Where is the phone? There's got to be one here.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe registered to Mrs. Hugo Mueller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to drive an ambulance, everybody. Why? Because we can.
You gotta be kidding. We're driving this?
Hell yeah, we're driving this.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
We are going to look fucking awesome. All right. Rusty doesn't want to get in. All right, we're going down there. Fantastic. Let's go. All right, fine, Rusty, you spoil sport. Well, we did drive it briefly. That's funny. I didn't know he would refuse to get in.
You're making a right at the next intersection.
Too funny.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that. The coroner's.
How so?
You know, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses. Hang a right.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
You been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out.
Gotta love the dialogue between these two. All right, I think at this next big intersection we're taking.
Units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway.
All right, we'll look at that. How far away is that? Nope, we're not doing it.
Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Not me.
Okay, at the next corner, go right. I need you to take a left at the next corner.
Oh God, don't do that.
Keep on going through here.
If I only knew a landmark to identify the high school from.
It's left at the next intersection.
All right, Belmont High School.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
This was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now. Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
No, don't get hung up on the stupid bleachers.
There he is. Sam?
Oh, come on, catch him.
Lock them up and throw away the key.
Come on, run faster. Good grief. You're so slow. He picked up a whole bunch of speed going over those fences. I've been hitting the A button. I'm sure you're hearing me.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle and you're a dead man.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
What'd you get for knocking off my hat?
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you Okie motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like them a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
Butterfly brooch.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Eli sounds like a fantastic individual. All right. And once again, all of the evidence laid out easily for us to find. Does anyone find this suspicious? I sure do. How about throwing this in a bush somewhere?
We better get Ray Pinker out here.
You know? Just like you drop it down a storm drain.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. Wonder what Eli does for a living.
HM could also stand for a company, like a company's name. Not that I can think of one off the bat. I'm trying to get the tire iron. Can you stop doing that?
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
So yeah, this is, we saw the guy come up behind her and hit her with a tire iron. I don't think he had a green jumpsuit on in that cutscene in the beginning of this. So he hits her with the tire iron, strangles her with the rope, smears the blood, on a pair of Hugo's coveralls. Maybe he used her driver's license. Hugo comes here to look for her or to pick up his daughter. In that time, the guy goes to his house, plants the bloody shoe, and takes this pair of coveralls. Maybe that's kind of a stretch. All right, I can see by the icon we need to find a game well. There should be one directly ahead of me.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks for your help.
All right.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Well, it is hard to argue with that logic on its face. Where are we to Central?
Okay, so go left at the next one.
I don't know about this. My gut says Mueller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his car with the bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't Noire. Hell, he probably killed his wife, deprived that poor kid of a mother. But he's not an immediate danger to anyone else. Rooney's a threat to every kid at Belmont. Go right through here.
He's a peeper list. We can pick him up for something else.
You really want to run that risk?
Officer down, 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street.
All right.
Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Keep on straight. You don't need to turn here.
I was just hoping to turn so we could go around these freaking cars.
Jesus, Phelps! Keep on going through here.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet.
Through this intersection.
Oh, what to do? Oh, caught some air there. Are we not going to get into the cutscene because we parked behind the patrol car? Good grief.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Are they ready?
Bowler's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
All right, let's go see the pervert.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
Sounds like the captain's going to put on some brass knuckles and take him out back. Oh well.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Who you calling boy, boy? All right, place of employment.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
All right, real quick, the Dust Bowl was a huge dust storm that took over most of Oklahoma and places like that, and it was just really terrible. So saying that they ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl doesn't sound like it's necessarily as bad as some other people had it. Imagine a giant sandstorm that went on for like a year or so. All right, or longer, I don't even really know. We're going to go Doubt here, or Bad Cop. He's doing a lot of looking around, side to side, and his arms are crossed over his body. That's a big sign of defensiveness, so I don't believe he's telling the truth.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
And, you know, we found those green coveralls with HM stenciled on the front in the trunk of the vehicle. So, I'm not saying that's Eli Rooney's pair of coveralls, but they are evidence that's used against him in a court case, in theory. And working at a marine place is going to give him access to a braided rope.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dandruff.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
You know, he's really making eye contact with this one, so I don't believe he's being deceptive at all.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping, am I right?
I prefer braid. Till I hit you to braid, it stays tight.
And by using that, he got Eli to elicited information from Eli, admitting that he preferred braided rope, which would match with the murder weapon, allegedly. All right, the motive for the murder?
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Swallowing, looking around. We're going to go bad cop here.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things, and you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
And that's what the guy was counting on. And maybe he's telling the truth. But I like Rusty's idea. And so we are going to charge him with the crime.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
Oh, we got a 4-star. I don't know what piece of evidence I missed. That's very unfortunate. And we also got a question correct, but I think that's because of the clue that was missed. I don't know what it would be. So look, you can improve on that one. I think I'm going to throw in a street crime or two after this. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this episode, please hit that like button. I probably won't do a ton of commentary over the street crime. And I will see you on our next episode. Thanks so much for watching.
HQ to any unit to 459, they're now at 267 South Main. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
You're taking the next left.
HQ to any unit to 459, they're now at 267 South Main. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
11K responding. Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, it's a 459, they're now 267 South Main Street, Goldberg's Drugstore, code 2.
Sounds like another dope fiend looking for a free fix.
No, you pennies is hiding from me. I'm gonna find you all and eat you. Yes, sir. Damn! Why these places have so much preparation H? Ooh, wee! Benny's give me speed.
What are you doing?
Get the hell down from there, you lunatic! You really need to lay off the pills.
Lousy bastard!